Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to another Mikey Live program. Let's fix our caller. We're ready to tell you what's happening here in Grenada and probably other parts of the world if we have time. Remember, on Fridays, we try to not keep you too long, so brace all yourself. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Now, folks, I know that you don't want to stay too long, so we keep it short and sweet and snappy. In about 30 minutes or so, you should be out of here. You're not drinking something soft or something hard, if you know what I mean. I want to big up Reese and the whole team. Big up Rooney J. Happy birthday, bro. We've got a release coming up in a moment. Brace yourself for that, folks. Well, here's what, Nabai. Let's get straight into the headlines. We tell all you we ain't wasting no time on the program. 4 new COVID-19 cases in Grenada. Bus stolen at the St. George's Terminal in broad daylight, says the Grenada Informer. We'll talk to you about that in the papers segment, as well as drug bust in Soubise and Belvedere. We'll talk. I didn't know drugs was being reborn. Belvedere, you say, no? We'll talk about that in a moment. Blue Bubbles says they did not remove tents over the vendor's head. They categorically denies any involvement in the removal of tents from over vendor's head. So we've got that and more to tell you about when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program, people. This is where it all happens. And let us tell you this. Now, the headlines is sponsored. It's brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. Thank you very much. Real Value IGA Supermarket. Licks Laundry Detergents. The Housing Authority of Grenada. You know what I'm telling you? Nawasa. Digital. Coach Grenada Limited. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for sponsoring the headlines by the Ministry of Health. You know what I mean? And all the other sponsors of this program. We appreciate you. You know what I mean? Anyway, only week coming back. If all you have not yet done so, we want to encourage you to please go ahead and share the business. Because you see, when you go ahead and share the business, that's the only way other people will get to know that the program live. So do the business. We're coming back and all in paying tax for that free.
Hey man. Well, man, that's you making that trip. Why doing all this more?
Things tight since COVID, you know. And Christmas coming, the toys to build, and my house and my car to repair. The wife go and chill with and what you want me to do?
I'm expecting to go all out with more.
Well, what you want me to do?
Why don't go down my communal? You don't have to pay them until January. They have 20,000 in giving away. And the interest rate low.
And listen to me, I try them orders and them people look good. Who they want them on?
Well, watch. Like you have more than your heirs. Choose your loan at communal, giving you the money for what you want to do. It's a loan for you.
You know what? I'll get them a little try.
Listen. Where you going on this mode? You don't need it. Leave the mode, man. When you go down there, the rate's low. Low.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
Just give them licks.
if your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
Give them licks.
if your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
Just give them licks.
just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark and dust still on your floor,
Power. Licks for them.
if your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks,
Licks.
so the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks.
Your product's giving you licks.
Then choose Licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, family. So let's get right into what's making the news for tonight. Now, the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association elected its new board of directors on January 21st. Now, that was yesterday at its 58th annual general meeting. For those of you who were not aware of that, now heading the association for the next term is Hotelier of the Year, Leo Gabat, MBE of Calabash Luxury Boutique Hotel. Other elected directors include Kendra Hopkins of the Blue Horizon Grenada Garden Resort. Then there's Brian Hardy of Spice Island Beach Resort and Aaron Sylvester of Tri-Island Chocolate, Mandu Seals of Mandu Tours, and Marie Fielden of CMS. Now, they join the remaining board members, which includes Peter Fraser and Lawton Hagman, and also Christine Finney and immediate past president Jerry Rampaport. All right. So what we have done is posted. My phone going also. Somebody lick me nudes. So you can check it out. We've posted that on our page. All right, our Facebook page as well as our website, MikeyLive.com. Now, the Public Works Department in the Ministry of Carrier and PD Modeling Affairs and Local Government wishes to inform motorists in general and residents of Cherry Hill, Bogles, and surrounding areas that the Cherry Hill Road will be closed from Friday 22nd January, that is today, to Friday 5th February 2021. Now we're talking about Carriacou, be clear. This closure is necessary to facilitate heavy construction taking place in the area under the government's Agriculture Feeder Road project. Motorists are advised to observe the no through road signs at both junctions of the Cherry Hill Road and no entry signs at the area of construction. The ministry apologizes for any inconveniences and anticipates the cooperation of the residents of the area and the general public. While they are still as well looking for this missing woman in Carriacou, we wish them all the best as they are going to try their best to go all out this weekend to see if they can find her. Grenada has recorded 4 new COVID-19 cases, and that's according to the Ministry of Health in its latest update. Now, they sent out that through the regular dashboard that I've seen that they started to send out. So, as of 4 p.m. on the 21st of January 2021, the total confirmed cases in Grenada, 147 to date. Okay. Imported cases, 69. Total recovered cases, 135. Total active cases, 11. Hospitalized cases, 6. Deaths, 1. Grenada recorded 4 new positive COVID-19 cases. Total patients currently in hospital, 0. Total RT-PCR tests conducted, 18,895. The total persons in self-isolation is 11. The total persons in quarantine facilities, 273. All right. And that's the information that we received from the Ministry of Health re Grenada's current COVID-19 status. All right. Good. How are we looking for time? Now, in the papers segment, I gotta let you know that we thought of a very, I don't know how to call that story, but this one, very interesting. One bus operator plying the Zone 8 route had the shock of his life. His bus parked at the St. George's bus terminal was stolen. They say he was moved from the terminal without the knowledge of anyone. The bus number HAB 13 plying the Brizan to St. George's route was discovered missing from the lower level of the terminal just before midday on that said day. We never hear that yet. They say when you go to collect to check on the bus and the bus disappear. They say when they realize the bus was missing out, big crowd and thing wondering what go down the fighter. They say they saw the bus moving out of the terminal, but they didn't know and didn't pay attention to who was driving at the time, I mean, the bus terminal, they see vehicles go and come, buses go and come, buses move in and out. So there's no cause for concern if a man keep his glass up and roll. They'll say, okay, it's the regular driver. They say the song that the bus was making gave people the idea that they were just having some difficulties, releasing the clutch, and some people, something must be wrong. So still people didn't really check out what's going on. They say in broad daylight, somebody thief the bus. I wonder if they get back the bus, boy. I never hear that yet. You understand? Although that happening in Grenada? Anyway, let's leave that talk. We tell all the wind staying here too long. That's the in the paper segment. We leave in our piece. You know what I mean? More news in all the lily lolo. So, Olio, it's been a while since we reported this about drugs. Drugs, Thursday, 21st January 2021, officers of the Drug Squad unit executed a search warrant at the premises of Miller Garraway, 33 years, fisherman of Soubise, St. Andrew. They say that one fine bag containing packages with plant-like material resembling cannabis was dug up at the said premises. They say the packages weighed 12 pounds and carries an estimated street value of 27,000. Well, what doing in media? Hold on. What is it? Hold on. 12 pounds? 12 pounds and carries an estimated street value of $27,000? Hello, I'm coming back. Okay, let's get serious now. An estimated 12 for 12 pounds? Jano. The only pounds that those guys on me belly, belly. Jan. They said $217, $27,000. What? $217 or 16? They say he was later arrested and charged for the offense of trafficking in a controlled drug. He made his first court appearance on Friday, 22nd January 2021 at the Grenville Magistrates Court. He was granted bail in the amount of $15,000 with 2 sureties. As part of his bail conditions, he was ordered to report to Grenville Police Station twice weekly and surrender all his travel documents. He will reappear in court on January 29th, 2021. Further, as a result of an operation conducted by officers assigned to the Special Ops Team and Carriacou Police Station during a search in the bushes at Belvedere, Carriacou. Oh, I thought Belvedere the next one. They say that 3. Now we're going to the right. So this one is for this particular drug bust, and this one is for this one I'm going to talk now. Right? So the Carriacou one now. Officers assigned. You understand? They say during a search in the bushes at Belvedere, Carriacou, 3 nylon bags containing plant-like material resembling cannabis were found in the stool of a tree. They say that the contents were weighed and total 63 pounds. Hold on. My heart beating fast now. And its estimated street value is $143,096. What in jail? Anybody wish to apply to Mikey Live to be the host of the program? You can send your application and you might be approved. I'm moving like food boss. I'm gonna cultivate. One man in police custody assisting police with their investigation. They say that police investigations continue. So do the math. Somebody quick put up the maths on this. So 143,000 plus. What was the value of the next one again? 27,000. Jano. On the flip side of that, now, they had a little cannabis session today, talking about cannabis and the legalization and all the things that will inform how we legislation and so on to do with the decriminalizing of the marijuana and things like that. You know what I mean? But officers, again, I would appeal to you: do not burn the marijuana, because our laws are being adjusted at the moment. Keep the marijuana safe. Once we do the necessary legislative adjustments, we will sell the marijuana to the people outside. You understand? We eat that food. You understand? We could pay them teachers 4%. Yeah, man, and we will increase the salaries of some of the people in both in private and public. Grenada go nice. We don't even have to get oil. Yeah, bid. We don't even want oil. Just legalize. Now, more news in all the little. Let me take out my scream. Oh yeah. So here that piece. We've been telling you about a very controversial story that started on Monday, where the vendors at the stadium accused a service provider of moving tents while they were there, over their heads. And in some cases, while they were not there, some of them say they come and they meet the tent, they meet the bags, and they produce all over the place and kind of business. Subsequent to that, you had Senator Nolan Cox, the infrastructure He's responsible for infrastructural development, XYZ. You know what I mean? Who came on the program and identified Blue Bubbles as a service provider, who removed the tents that were used by the vendors. He further went on to say that he believes that this was done in spite, by in an effort to embarrass the government, because the contract had ended, and so they believe that the service provider was retaliating by removing the tents in the manner that they did. Subsequent to that, now we come in fast forward to today, and to a lesser extent yesterday, the owner of Blue Bubbles denied having any involvement in the removal of tent over them people's head. Mr. Leon Francis, Blue Bubbles as we know him, says his company did not remove the tents over the vendor's head. On that day in question, it did not happen. I'm making it up.
We'd like to clear the air as regards to our name that have been mentioned in several quarters as it regards to being involved in the removal of tents over the vendor's head. Blue Bubbles was not part of it. We are not the only provider that is involved at the vendor's market, so we stand clear of anyone accusing us of moving tents over the vendor's head on the said day that was requested.
All right, hold on. On the question as to whether or not you were present, because of course the vendor said they saw Blue Bubbles workers. This is what Mr. Francis had to say.
Blue Bubbles was there on that day. We were engaged in work that we were contracted to do, as one of our contract had ended 3 days before, which would have been from Friday last. Yeah? So when we got there, when our staff got there on Monday, which would have been after 9 thereabouts, the removal of tents over the vendor's head was already taken place. So that is the reason why our staff would have been seen at the compound. While being on the compound, we were also getting ready by the removal of some of the tents, which our new contract with the government of Grenada, one of our biggest customers, we were getting ready for that new job title that we have, that we provide now for the market. So when it been asked if our staff was been there, yes, we were there, but we were there as our contract would have ended last Friday. Yeah. So Monday, our tents should have been moved, but we was not the one that moved the tents over the vendors, and that needs to be clear, and it is clear from our statement from company Blue Bubbles. Yeah, we were not the company that moved the tents over the vendor's head.
Of course, this was what was stated by the man himself. Now he sought to explain about the tents he was moving. Hold on, we come in. Take all the time with me. Don't push the watch, you know. The rush me, no man. Take all the time with me. Well busy, so.
Yes, it have to do with the removal of tents. but there were at least 17 tents on the compound. We had to move 4 of our tents. The location of the tents is key. As you enter the farmer's market to your right, there is 5 tents that the vendors use Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday basically. The crowd of vendors that enters the market Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they use the follow-up tents which would have been on the seaside of the area. The seaside of the area is where Blue Bubbles was working on, and there was no one under that tent. No one absolutely under that tent. So yes, Blue Bubbles was there, but we were there to pick up the end of our contract and begin our new contract with government, which we have been so pleased with over the last couple of years. So 4 out of 17 tents leave the remain of tents, and we were not the only provider at the farmers market, which we supply from since last year, and there was never a call or query as regarding to the Blue Bubbles company involvement.
Thank you very much, Blue Bubbles, for that explanation. As we move on here on tonight's, listen, take all the time, all the rushing, so I'm told, all the like a million, watch now, what's saying is, all the like a million, I'll leave it to all you, I want to tell you all you. No, listen, last night, I get a call from St. Vincent and a dog. So last night we were saying that in Grenada, there are a series of measures that were taken, in order to contain the spread of the COVID-19. Some of those are curfews. Remember those things? We had curfews, and they were implemented at specific times. There were other times when there were roadblocks and so on, and persons were limited to certain parishes and so on in an effort to contain, while the government and the Ministry of Health attempted to understand more about how COVID-19 operates and is spread. As time goes on, those restrictions and measures were fine-tuned to what we have seen recently, where there are curfews and so on at specific times, so that it limits the movement of people and the possible congregating of persons. So you would find that when there's likely to be persons gathering, there is going to be a curfew at that time. On these days, just remember, we're going back to August and things like that. So, because to us, the situation was still, kind of tough. In response to our way of handling the curfew, the COVID-19 and stuff like that, and implementing curfews and so on, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in an interview, scoffed at the Grenada and the Grenadian government and the Prime Minister's way, and whichever other country who handles COVID-19 by implementing curfews. Take all the time and follow me. So recently, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has had a major outbreak of COVID-19. I'm talking about 400 plus active cases of COVID-19. And so the question came up to the Prime Minister as to, what are you waiting for? It's time to restrict the movement. Divide to conquer, right? Let everybody stay home. Ting, 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 ting. Curfew. Ting, ting, ting. So that you could get things under control. And the man said, no, so. But here's the thing. Here's the irony. So on Friday, that's today, right? Holiday in Lily Lolo. And Monday, holiday. Hold on, don't rush me. But here's a twist. The holidays are not curfew days. In fact, there will not ever be any curfew over the man's dead body. You know, if I'm to use the words of Prime Minister, no curfew. So take 2 days home, Monday and Friday. So I take me fast self and say, well, to be quite honest, I was kind of being kind of sarcastic in a sense. I don't be, truth be told. I take me fast niece and I say last night, try that with Grenadians. Tell Grenadians, I understand your pain. COVID-19 is real, reaping havoc on us. I will give you all the 2 days home, Friday and Monday. Tell them that with the hope that they're going to behave. Tell them that with the hope that you will take some time, that you would use this time to contain the spread to some degree of COVID-19. Just tell them that. But all that joke I make, you know what I mean? A joke I make, you know what I mean? I get a call from St. Vincent, man. Mr. Hutchinson? Well, anyway, I can't promise I will take back my talk. What I can say is, I'm not being sarcastic now, I'm being straight up. If you try that in Grenada, or maybe any other Caribbean island, bet your dollar your situation is 10 times worse when you come out of them holiday than it was when you went in. Point blank, it's just basic human behavior. That's how we behave. You give us 2 days home without curfew, without restricting how we move, forget it. We're gonna party. We're gonna on the beach and we're gonna cook all along. Beers and all along. In fact, we're having all kind of bust all over the place. Yeah, I mean. So I sum it up. The Prime Minister there has been in power for years. There must be a reason for that. There must be a reason for that. You understand? There must. Unless it's voodoo and it's not. So he's there for a reason. And the people put him there because they trust his judgment. And I like him too. He's brave. You understand? So I'll sum it up to say that there must be some sort of, the cultural difference between Grenada and St. Vincent must be so off. You understand? Because I'm thinking you don't try that. You don't, no sir. Not if you really want to put a handle on the situation. Despite how you felt before, man had to be man and understand that we just had to do what we had to do. So, you have to restrict the movement. You have to divide in order to conquer. You understand? So, let's hope sooner rather than later. Big man is big man. We can take back we talk anytime we're ready. Take back your talk and try the thing. You understand? And that should be that. Anyway, let me that talk. So, let me take a break. Let me give you a national report. And then we come back, we have a little weather and thing. The national report was so long. Let me see how much time we have for the national report. We're looking good for time, right? When we timekeepers and them all, listen. Right. Oh, and before that, we have something to do. Ladies and gentlemen, on his birthday, releasing this song, Mando Day, here comes a brand new release from Rooney J.
Always she go, he want today. No giving space, no way, no way, no way. All in she face, just give she space. Why is your case? No way, no way, no way. So tell me why you getting up so? Why you behaving so? Maybe you should let her go. Let the woman free up, let the woman be there. Cause girls, just want she like to broke it down when the man no there. She like to walk it up when the man no there. She like to ring it up when the man no there. She like to fling it up when the man no there. Sometimes it still does pop up, but send someone to look up. Is why she look back and whine. Why she look back and whine. Pop up, but send someone to look up. Is why she look back and whine. Why she look back and whine. Like you wanna cause major problems. She in the WhatsApp group laughing with she friends at you. Brother, you a paymaster, wish you coulda see past that. So tell me why you getting on so? Why you behaving so? Maybe you she let her go. Let the woman free up. Let the woman be there. Cause girls just wanna have fun. She like to buck it down when the man no there. She like to walk it up when the man no there. She like to ring it up when the man no there. She like to fling it up when the man no there. Sometimes he still a spark up, but send someone to look up. Is why she look back and whine. Why she look back and whine. Pop up, but send someone to look up. Is why she look back and whine. Why she look back and whine. Do what you want, don't afraid to just do what you want. Anything your mind say, anything your mind tell you. Do what you want, don't afraid to just do what you want. Anything your mind say, anything your mind tell you. Get on body if you want to. Get on body if you want to. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get on body if you want to. Get on body if you want to. Yeah, just do what you want. Yeah.
All right, this was a brand new release from Rooney J. Hope that you enjoyed it, folks. We're going to take a break and come back. Remember, when we come back, we've got what? The National Report and the weather.
Hey, man. Well, man, that's you make that trip. Why doing all this more?
Things tight since COVID, you know. And Christmas coming, the toys to build, and my house and my car to repair. The wife go and chill with and what you want me to do?
I'm expect to do all that with more.
Well, what you want me to do?
Why don't go down my communal? You don't have to pay them until January. They have 20,000 in giving away, and the interest rate low.
And listen to me, I try them orders and them people good who they want them on.
Well, watch, like you have more than your ears. Choose your loan at communal, giving you the money for what you want to do. It's a loan for you.
You know what? I'll get them a little try.
Listen, where you going down this mud? Don't need it. Leave the mud, man. When you go down there, the rates low. Low.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143114 232 1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
It's showtime at Quartz. Shop today and save up to 30% off on selected Whirlpool cooker. Plus, get a chance to win amazing weekly prizes with purchases of $299 and over. So don't delay. Get what you need now and pay absolutely nothing until 2021.
Showtime, we got it. Just what you need, yeah. Quartz got it.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
All right, family members, it is now time for the National Report.
St. Lucian trade unionists commends government's honesty over inability to pay 4% salary increase at this time. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Friday, January 22nd, 2021, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The General Secretary of St. Lucia's largest public sector trade union has commended the government of Grenada for the level of transparency it has brought to discussions with trade unions and staff associations regarding its request to defer the 4% salary increase for 2021 to public officers. In its request for a deferral of payment, which amounts to $13.2 million, government explained that the COVID-19 pandemic has placed undue burden on its financial resources because it led to a reduction in revenue generation, while at the same time, government had to take immediate emergency policy action to provide support to households and businesses, which involved significant unplanned expenditure. Mr. Claude Paul, General Secretary of the St. Lucia Civil Service Association, says the Grenada government must be given points for the manner in which it has handled the situation.
Transparency is the best way to go in any circumstance. It's always good to let the other party know what your situation is. And I believe with that posture, you could make a lot more progress than trying to demand a situation or to dictate to persons how they should act.
While government acknowledges that the increases were agreed upon in good faith, it is requesting that consideration be given to deferring this significant increase in recurrent expenditure. Members of the government's negotiating team have disclosed that the deferral will actually cost the government more than if it paid the agreed-upon increases on time. Mr. Paul believes the Grenada government's approach to the situation is quite reasonable.
The Minister, Oliver Joseph, appeared to have laid all the cards on the table, and I think that is a positive thing in terms of transparency. And so when he sought to explain the position, I cannot speak for the unions in Grenada, obviously, because I don't know if there's another side to the story. But what he said seems to be quite reasonable in the circumstances.
A delayed payment means that compounded interest will apply and the burden of retroactive pay arises. It will be the first time since government returned to office in 2013 that it will have to resort to retroactive payments. Continuing the news, the CARICOM Commission's 2018 report on marijuana was the subject of a roundtable discussion on Friday. It addressed areas such as health and social considerations, including decriminalization and legalization, law and human rights. Agriculture Minister Honorable Peter David, who addressed the gathering, said government will move to effect change and added that legislation has already been drafted and will be submitted to Cabinet. The local conversation will start with consultations to give the public an opportunity to share their concerns and expectations on the way forward.
One must not ignore the potential negative consequences of going in a particular direction, in particular, the issue of young people and the age range that would be allowed or should be allowed use of cannabis, in addition to the question of driving while under the influence, an issue raised by the Commission. And I look forward to the comments on that, because while we move forward, and I think there is a general consensus that we have to effect change, we must also do the change in a way that does not have negative consequences for our young people, for our society in general.
Minister David emphasized that while there is a general consensus on how government should proceed, it cannot ignore the negative consequences that can surface as a result. He highlighted the legal age as an area of concern.
The government has this time, and the Prime Minister has indicated, and the government has indicated, the government of Grenada accepts the report, and the government will move forward to effect changes. We will do consultations, this included as one of them. At the same time, we do believe that there is a general consensus, so we can move quickly on some aspects of it that I will outline in a minute. So the government has already drafted some legislation. That legislation will be submitted to the Parliament and allowed for discussion for some time, and certainly the Conference of Churches, the IAGDO, and all these organizations will have an opportunity to comment. But I do hope it is not one of these consultations that go on for years and years, and the problem remains for years and years, because I think, based on all that the Commission has said and based on all that has happened in the region, that we do already have a consensus on certain aspects of this that we can move forward with while we await a consensus and a decision on some of the more difficult parts.
So far, according to Minister David, there seems to be consensus to decriminalize certain amounts, cultivation of a small amount, and the use by the Rastafarian community. The discussions on cultivation for medicinal use will commence. However, it may take longer than anticipated.
cultivation for medicinal purposes and for possibilities of economic benefits to the country. I want to commend the report too for spending some time on that. Because I think as a society we have to take control of that and ensure that we use it in a way that benefits our society and benefits our farmers. We need to have much more discussion on that, and that may take a little longer time. So in the medium and long term, the issue of medical marijuana and the issue of cultivation may take a little more time, but we have to begin that process of discussion today. So there's a short run, the medium, and the long run.
Minister of Finance, Public Utilities and Energy, Honorable Gregory Bowen, participated in the ministerial plenary meetings of the 11th session of the International Renewable Energy Agency IRENA Assembly, which was held virtually this week. As the supreme decision-making organ of IRENA, the Assembly, comprising 163 members, is the major global platform for inclusive and diverse discussions on all facets of the energy transition worldwide. The session brought together heads of state, ministers, and energy decision-makers, as well as multilateral organizations, global stakeholders, and private actors to reassess long-standing assumptions, perceived barriers, and default decisions. Participants also discussed the energy transition as an investment for the collective future of countries and the planet. The overarching theme was COVID-19, energy transition. During the discussions, members reflected on the needs and priorities of their respective countries and shared their experiences towards achieving a green recovery, which in turn will inform the future work of the agency. Heads of state and ministers of IRENA member countries also committed to raising their ambition to reducing carbon dioxide emissions from all sectors and to accelerating the transition to renewable and clean energy by 2030 in their second naturally determined contribution, the second NDC, to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. In his presentation, Minister Bowen reported that Grenada has already submitted its second NDC to the convention and is committed to transition to renewable energy by 2030.
Our renewed commitment is to reduce greenhouse gases emissions by 40% of the 2010 emissions levels by 2030 through interventions in the following sectors: energy, including transport, waste, forestry, industrial processes, product use, and hydrofluorocarbons. We'll also leverage mitigation co-benefits of adaptation actions. In the area of electricity energy generation, the focus will be transitioning to renewables through investments in solar, wind, and geothermal, with a target of 50% by 2030, up from only 1.5% at present.
The minister advised IRENA that to achieve its ambition, Grenada will require support in a number of areas, including the strengthening of regulations, grants, and concessional financing.
Grenada is committed to ensuring that its energy policy is followed through oversight and monitoring, strengthening the newly created enabling legal environment for renewable energy and energy efficiency implementation, following the removal of the barriers imposed by powerful fossil fuel private sector interest. To fully implement the mitigation measures contained in this NDC, Grenada will require grants and other concessional financing, support for capacity building and institutional strengthening, and access to appropriate technologies. Specific support sought from IRENA will include strengthening of regulations, policy and strategy formulation, technical institutional assistance, and grants and concessional financing for targeted investments.
Minister Bowen also thanked IRENA for facilitating the grant assistance from the UAE Caribbean Renewable Energy Fund for a solar battery PV hybrid system, which will be implemented in 2021, moving electricity generation on the sister island of Carriacou to 50% renewable. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Hey, Are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go, there are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community.